What is up, guys? Zan from the Zan Madden YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to go over a passing concept that is good against the meta on defense, regardless of man or zone. Now, before we get into the video, please do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button. Also, make sure you guys take the time to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the uploads coming your way here on the Zan Madden YouTube channel. If you guys want to take your game to the next level in Madden 21, check out my brand new Madden strategy site, gridirongameplans.gg. Gridiron Game Plans is your one-stop source for staying on top of the competitive meta for the most effective tactics available. Every single Sunday in our vault, we take a look at multiple topics of things that players are doing in the competitive community. That way you guys know how to run them, but most importantly, how to counter them. Also included in your subscription is any and every offensive and defensive game plan released on the site while your subscription is active, and access to our bi-weekly meta reports, which are blog-style posts written up by yours truly, keeping you on top of the trends and things that I see coming in competitive Madden. Okay, guys, without further ado, let's get into today's video. We're going to be taking a look at the sail concept. This play in the gun split close is known as wide receiver corner, and we're going to be taking a look at the slot C route in particular, because I think that this route is really, really good against all the coverages in the game, and in particular against the man coverage that is very, very popular right now. So let's go ahead and take the field here. This is in the San Francisco 49ers offensive playbook. And what you're going to do here with this is you can just put a route runner at this spot. Doesn't really matter who. With the Niners, I would probably recommend having, maybe Kittle right there because he's got really good route running. But you don't necessarily need your top route runner. So you could sub in just a regular person, and I'll show you that against the man coverage here in this video as well. So let's go ahead and take the field here against everyone's favorite defense, which is the $326. We've seen this meta very, very frequently. Let's start off with your standard cover 2 shell and just kind of talk about how this play works. Now, this play has a fade to this receiver right here, Taylor. This route is dedicated to running off coverage down the seam, hopefully allowing this backside post to break into an area over the middle of the field where an inside third or an inside fourth might be pulled by Taylor, allowing that throw to be dive caught in the middle. We'll kind of show that to you in zone coverage. Another thing I will do is I will put the running back on the left on a curl to pull down any hook zones on the left to help open up Samuel a little bit earlier in the progression. And in terms of the horizontal stretch on this play, you have Tevin Coleman out of the backfield on his table route, which is designed to pull any flat zones out towards the sideline, really tenderizing the seam for this C route. Now, this C route is definitely our focus route on this play. So starting off against 2-man under, we're going to go ahead and show you how this works. This route is really, really good against man coverage if you have high route running. But what you're going to kind of notice on this play in particular is that you actually have an opportunity to throw a low ball right on the cut, click on and catch it. And I want to give a quick shout out to my guy, Calhoun County. He and I go back many, many years. He put this tip out on Twitter out of a different formation, and it's done very, very well for him as a tactic this year. So having a slot C route is something that I think you guys are all going to want to add to your offense no matter what you run. Figure out a way to get it into your offense if you can. Hot route masters motioning a receiver to the inside on a C route can be a similar effect if you have a hot route master quarterback, or if you have a wide receiver apprentice, have him on a C route on the outside and motion him inside. That's another thing that you could do as well. So let's go ahead and just kind of show you how this little pass lead works. You're going to see here, just throw basically a low ball, click on, and you can catch it. You can dive catch it. You can wrap catch it. The low ball against man coverage gives you a better click on angle, in my opinion. So you're just going to notice how it does a really good job of, you can kind of see how I can get that dive catch against man. Man coverage is notorious right now early on in the year for being really, really good. Let me go ahead and take Kittle out of the game and just show you that this isn't something that you have to have an elite route runner. I'm going to sub in one of the lower overall options on the team. Let me go ahead and put in, looks like they've got several fast receivers. Let me just go ahead and put in Kendrick Bourne here. Kind of show you that this works against man coverage as well. So back to this dollar formation. And of course, when you're in a gun 2 back, I mean, you're going to be able to run the ball on dollar and big dime type defenses, but focus it on the routes anyways. You're going to be able to throw this route to be very, very easily. So just wait for the low ball, and then you see how you can get the diving animations. A lot of times against man, you'll get the dive to the side where they're diving towards the sideline. And a lot of times versus zone, you're going to get a diving animation straight back towards the quarterback. So kind of like that. It just depends on how the ball comes out of the quarterback's hand. Again, we are throwing a low ball that is left trigger to throw a low ball, and I'm pass leading down, basically down into the outside. That's putting the ball in a spot where the man coverage can't hang with it. This includes man coverage or press coverage, by the way. So if they want to try to get physical with this receiver, the C route should still do a great job. You see it's unbumpable, and you're just going to, again, throw that low ball and get that dive catch. This is really annoying. I mean, this is something that's going to hold the user in the middle of the field, make it very, very tough. Again, this is super easy to run against man coverage. Now, again, on the backside of this play, you've got a post route. This little post route gets open. So you see right here, obviously we have a man that's kind of in between the throwing lane that we want, but you can see that he is able to beat his man over the middle. And that's due to the compressed style of this formation. You see how man coverage is kind of shaded outside on the outside receiver, Samuel. You know, if they were to play press coverage, that's fine, but a lot of players are playing press coverage and then shading over the top, so they give up the press animation, and that's going to open up that route even more for you. If you know it's man coverage, my recommendation is to get this running back out of the way. You don't want him pulling his man into the middle of the field. If it's zone, obviously you're going to want to put that running back on a curl to help pull down the zone. So, or an option route, which is a little bit shallow, more shallow curl against zone. So, but again, you're going to see here against this over the top shade, how that zone doesn't really do a great job, or that that man coverage won't stick too well to that backside route. So what that does is it puts you in a spot where you have to be able to user the middle of the field and the right seam with this user. So they either have to kind of cover out into this area to cover the post, or they have to get out into this area to cover the low ball to the C route against man coverage. So it really, really puts them in a tough spot. So say the user is white and we're reading him, you know, you snap the ball, you see that he's on the left side. Okay, you're immediately going to the right and you're going to throw your low ball. You know, it's going to be good for 7 to 10 yards. You know, if you have a great route runner and they're getting separation, of course, definitely go ahead and look to kind of lead them out towards the sideline, but that's going to depend on if they get good separation on the cut. You see right there that if you don't have elite route running, that throw can be tough, but if you throw the low ball, it's always going to be something that's open. So let's go ahead and show this against zone now. So we're going to go ahead and check into you know, cover three. Cover three is a very popular defense this year. A lot of players will maple their coverage out, meaning that they're going to have a flat and a purple zone, and they're probably going to set the depths. They're going to set one shallow, one deep, and they're going to use over the middle of the field. And again, it's going to come down to, with that user, are they playing the post or are they playing the low ball to the C route? If they play neither, let me show you, like if I were to just kind of like hover here in the middle of the field with the user, obviously the way people are mapling their coverage right now, you're going to really be able to tenderize the middle of the field. I mean, just boom, right there. I mean, it's just so open if they're playing that style coverage. So they're really going to have to user that C route to have any chance of you know, stopping this play, because that's really where your number one read is. You know, maybe in this example, if they were to play this coverage, to maple it out, and then, you know, they're going to actually sit on the C route. So maybe a hook curl here. This is where you're going to be looking backside on this. So if they're using backside, you're going to be looking for, obviously, that, you know, that post. Sorry, he got really pressed on that example. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to do that. Let me go ahead and lay down there. That cover three press actually did a number on him right there. But let me see. That's cover three sky press. Let me see here. Doesn't look like they're pressing in this example. Sorry about that. Cover three press actually does a really good job. They hold up outside receivers a lot this year. You see just how easy that is. But again, you see there against cover three, like if you just let him clear over the middle, just let Trent Taylor clear out. So we're talking about this guy against, you know, cover three and cover four. Taylor on this play is going to get vertical quickly, and that's going to pull the attention of this player back further. And when that happens, that's going to open up that post. So watch Winfield on this play. I know he's on the side of Samuel on this post, but you're really looking for Winfield to kind of back up and respect Taylor's route. So see here, he's getting off the press, wait for it. And then that throw is right there in the middle of the field for you on the backside. So this play is really, really tough. Again, guys, this isn't just the only play. You know, when I teach something on YouTube, I'm hoping that you guys take the concept and apply it to your offense. So another really good example of this exact type of play would be the sail play out of bunch. I know Atlanta's got it. I know a few other playbooks have the sail concept as well. In general, this type of concept where you have a backside skinny post, or a backside flat post rather, you know, if you kind of imagine here, this is gun bunch week if Tevin Coleman were actually up at the tight end spot. If you just imagine that Tevin Coleman were, you know, to the right, just outside the right tackle, this is gun bunch sail. It's literally the same play. So, you know, you snap this ball and you play it basically the same way. And actually the spacing in bunch is a little bit better because you can throw that backside read a little bit more readily. And again, if you have, you know, route abilities and whatnot, they're going to run those routes even better for you. But, you know, let's say like cover 2, for instance, if they're playing cover 2 press, you know, and you run this play, you're going to see, you know, just kind of hold on the ball here and watch how this plays. And you're going to have that post. You see how that post breaks into that void on the backside pretty easily. That's kind of what you're looking at here on this play. So again, let me go ahead and motion him out. You don't have to motion out in the gun split close if you don't want to, but you know, you can if you'd like. You see here how just, you know, how he gets into that tender spot on the field. And I was actually looking at the C route right there to see if that was something that would be open, but you know, you're actually not going to see a whole heck of a lot of cover 2, I don't think. I think cover 2 is probably the worst coverage in the game this year, if we're being honest. But you know, cover 2 will fare a little bit better against this play, in my opinion. If you're really facing cover 2, try to get Taylor straight down the seam as soon as possible. Try to flip that mid read if you can, and then that's going to help open up this throw right here. So you saw in that previous play how Taylor on his fade causes a mid read to turn the other direction. So when we're talking about this play, watch how David turns actually out to the left when Taylor runs kind of the outside release route. So we'll go ahead and do that again. So watch Levante David, the guy with the star underneath him on defense. He's going to then turn his attention over to the left. You see how he does that late in the play, right as you want to throw that ball? And that's because of Taylor's route. So if I were to go back into the cover 2 press again, you're going to see here that if you actually just streak Taylor against cover 2, which you could actually streak him on all plays if you wanted to with this setup, you know, it's not going to affect cover 3 or cover 4 differently. It's certainly not going to change how you throw this play against man. When you streak Taylor, though, watch Levante David. He's going to follow him. And that's really going to open up this throw a little bit better for you. See how you actually have to hit that throw a little bit more quickly. So, you know, take that window right there on the backside. He follows that streak a little bit more closely. But again, like I said, this play is not so much a cover 2 beater for me, unless, you know, they're playing stock zone depths. And what I mean by that is, you know, if they're not setting their cloud flats to, you know, 20, 25 yards, you might be able to hold on to the ball long enough to get the C route open against cover 2 because it is still a flooding concept. So see here, I'll try to hold the ball. You know, he might be able with an up pass lead to clear that, but cover 2 is probably the best equipped play to counter this. And, you know, if you get a lot of cover 2, especially if you're in like the split close, I mean, that's you should really be running the halfback wheel play against that anyways, because I mean, heck, even this setup right here against cover 2 is money. Watch how the cloud flat on the backside sucks to the inside. You have this outside pass lead when you curl that backside receiver. So there are definitely beaters for the cover 2 as well that we've talked about here on this channel. And, you know, I just wanted to show you this little sail concept because I think that it does a really good job against man and also against the Mabel meta, which is very, very popular right now. If you guys don't know what the Mabel meta is, definitely go check out gridirongameplans.gg. Plenty of content on there on both sides of the ball, our Washington offense, as well as our vault updates every Sunday. Guys, that is today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Any questions, comments, concerns, or complaints, drop them below. We'll see you guys tomorrow with our next upload. Until then, this is Ian. Get in the lab and good luck.